man.
All right, we got him.
We like to apologize.
For what? To absolutely no one. The two-time champ does absolutely fucking nothing.
They see me rolling, they hate it, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty. Welcome. Main Chafford podcast episode 264. Let me get it. The Vid is back.
Come on.
Listen, I am him, Himmy Neutron.
He's him.
I have to tell you every week to do your Googles, but I'm going to do it as long as I live. Dancing, DK, the best member of the DSS. Watch your back. I'm going to pass it to my partner. Pause.
Cole Sanusi, Don Corleone in the building, the one and only. AKA L Coolins, AKA C-Note, AKA Hollywood Cole, AKA Dog Dad. The dog's in the building and
Dog
he
is in the building.
Currently snoozing. So if you hear any barking, we apologize. Coming from your left there, your right ear, surround sound, smart speakers, portable speakers, you name it. We dare. Quick sidebar. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm wearing a retainer right now.
Oh, word.
Or Invisalign.
I noticed.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
So if I sound like Yeezy, you know, after the car accident, I'm sorry.
You just notice certain things have changed.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, okay.
How long they say you're going to have it for?
7 years.
No way. Probably 6 to 12 months.
Oh,
which is not bad, actually.
No, that's fine.
So we'll see how we get on.
A real question about Invisalign. Like, after you've got the perfect shape that you want, do you have to like keep wearing Invisaligns after?
So they'll give you a retainer to sleep with, and then they should put a metal retainer in for you to help it stay.
Pretty much.
So yeah, that's what you have to look forward to.
Yeah.
But it's a good process.
To dentist.
Shouts out to the
Shouts out
dentist.
to my fiance who helped me put this in my mouth. Pause. That's terrible.
Wait, did she do it for you?
Yeah, she done it for me.
Oh.
That sentence sounds crazy about the pause. Pause saved my life there. For real. Pause didn't save my life. But yeah, we'll talk about it actually later on. But yeah, episode 264. Ish giddy.
Let's get it indeed.
It's Eman G45. I'm 30.
Hey.
There we go.
Yeah,
Boom.
By the time this episode comes out, the day the episode of this comes out, I am 30.
Come on.
What time to be alive?
Yes, sir.
That's incredible. That's incredible. And that follows. Oh, do your intros. You did.
Nah, that's it, man.
I was just.
I don't want to do intros right now. I'll do it on the next episode. They know who I am. They know the intros.
They do.
Yeah.
All right. So let's. Well, that follows quite nicely into the first topic for today, which is discussing turning 30. So I've still got a few months, but it is coming thick and fast. Pause. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
My
sure.
bad.
For sure.
My bad.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
For sure.
That was.
For sure.
It's a saying.
It's coming fast, but
thick and fast is the saying.
Nah, that's right.
Thick and fast is definitely. See, yeah, Remy agrees. Remy
It's a
agrees.
saying.
Nah, it's pause.
No, I'm not denying that it's in that context.
People do
that
say
I just
thick and
say it,
fast.
but it's coming thick and fast. Yikes!
I've never heard it.
Jesus, forgive me. Them ones there. Why minister? So why? Yeah. So the birthdays are coming around quickly. A lot of people who we know and love have already turned 30, and more people who we know and love are going to turn 30. So how are you boys feeling about it? You're both November babies. Does that make you Scorpios?
On God.
Yeah, Scorpios. What a time.
Stingers.
Yeah.
It's real stingers.
That's the name of the episode.
Stingers.
Stingers is good.
We're real stingers.
No, I hear it.
In terms of being 30, for me personally, I didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve, so I kind of do feel.
You say this a lot. We need to address it. I'm really proud of you, bro. I don't know. I'll let you
No, but
finish, carry on.
in this aspect of this year, I didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve, and I just felt kind of disappointed. And then also on top of that, you know, well, to be fair, like everybody has like dreams of like what they want to achieve in terms of the time span of like, for example, everybody wants to be married by the time of 25, have a house, whatever the case is. And for me, a lot of things have been achieved, but specifically this year, I just felt like a lot of the things I wanted to achieve, I didn't put them into place, and I didn't hit them in the target and the time frame that it was supposed to be done. So I do feel disappointed. I'm very happy that I am turning 30. To a certain extent, I'm not married. That's probably
What do you mean by that?
To a certain extent, go on.
no. I'm kind of like. I accept the fact that I'm 30, but like, I'm not married, and it's like, alright, cool, whatever. But you know, I would have loved to be married maybe a few years before. But you know, life happens, and it's okay. You know,
I think you're being a bit hard on yourself, personally.
I'm not being hard. I'm just accepting the fact that it is, isn't it?
It is what it is, but I feel like we are of a different generation. You said something really interesting to me when we was having a conversation.
I could have got married to the OnlyFans girl, but you know that didn't.
That clip's gonna go crazy. I promise you, that clip's gonna change our life. That's one of the.
Shout outs to her, you know, but like
I still can't believe that happened.
no, you know what? That really, you know what? That date actually helped me change perspective of how you should see people, not just because of.
If she didn't have kids, do you think you could have pursued it?
No, that type of lifestyle was just not.
Yeah, it weren't for you.
I mean, in terms of the bedroom, yeah, it would have been wonderful, but I think
Straight smack her down.
yeah, no, it would have been too much for me, and I think that's why I just kind of left it out. I mean, we had a great conversation, but it made me see people completely differently, and
Yeah, I
like,
respect that.
take, you know, whatever profession away from the individual, because at the end of the day, everyone's people and stuff like that. But it was a beautiful date, though I didn't pursue it afterwards. It was just like cool, but I think, you know, it was wonderful. It was a wonderful experience in itself. But,
I hear it.
But yeah, in terms of 30 in itself, I'm very happy that I'm here. I'm very happy that a lot of people in my life are still here.
Yes.
Still good.
Yes.
Yeah, and also, you know what? Recently, by the time this episode comes out, it would have been weeks. But someone passed away a few days ago, and it just made me look at life completely differently, because it's just like
It's not promised, man.
Yeah, it's not promised at all.
it's not promised. So from that perspective, it was just like, go on. Wait.
Man came through the hurdles.
Yes.
Oh, was it on?
Yeah.
Didn't even
That lady was yecking.
Yeah, man.
She is very pretty. You can't see who it is,
He's excited.
but I heard the word pretty. Come here, you're a dog like me. Figuratively and literally.
For the dogs.
So yeah, it gave me a complete different perspective, and like we're very blessed in this time and generation to have like technology, because we could see pictures, we could see voice note, we can listen to voice notes, we can see videos of people, and like that can at least allow us to remember them in the best way possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's 30. But in terms of what I want to achieve in 30, yeah, like there's a lot of things that I really want to achieve, and I definitely want to put them in plan and in place, and just make sure that it's not just attainable, it's going to happen.
Yeah,
So that's what I really want to get through.
I'm with you on that, man. Just trying to put more plans in place, and we were just speaking about it a few minutes ago. It's not even like massive plans. It's just things that I believe if I do them, they'll not only bring me happiness, but it will also help me to move along. I think in that mid-20s, you can get a bit stuck, and almost it can become a bit monotonous. And I think for me, especially looking to turning 30, I'm trying to break out of that and do things that I like. And I wrote out a list, and it's even simple things like watch more of the Marvel, so go back in time, watch more of the Marvel films. I notice whenever I interact with that content, specifically phase 1 to 3, it brings me happiness that, you know, nothing else can. So it's just even simple things like that I know I can do that will make me happier next year. It's simple things like that, and it's about making those goals attainable. I ain't trying to say I'm gonna fly to the moon. I mean, you'd probably say you can't, but but yeah, it's about giving yourself attainable goals.
We have yet to leave lower orbit, so
I knew I was gonna say more.
take whatever you want from that information. Yeah,
but me and you had an interesting conversation last year, and that's why I'm not comparing myself to the previous generation and thinking, oh, I should have done this by a certain age. Like, the things our parents were afforded, it was easier to, or at least cheaper to buy a house. Things were cheaper. So, what was it? You said your dad had his first child at like 27. That's not that's not happening. That's crazy for us lot. It's too expensive to do that, and if we're not in a position to have a child, you probably shouldn't. Yeah. So facts. I think we're just seeing. We just have to keep that in mind, you know, when we're going forward, and try to not compare ourselves to the previous generation, because all that will happen is you'll end up upset, and you can't compare yourself to the past. Yeah, well said. I'm curious, Demi, what else is on your list of things you want to do? I can list
before you turn 30.
Before I turn 30, let me see. Oh yeah. So I want to rewatch the Harry Potter films. That's lit. Watch a game at the Emirates. Nice. This isn't before I turn 30. This is just like as I turn 30. Just in general. Yeah, just in general. Nice. Go to the theatre twice a quarter. I really enjoy going to quite regular actually. Yeah, me and Lauren love going to the theatre together, and it's just something, just because of the nature of the role I've had, we've done a lot less. And that's something I really want to get back into, because it brings both of us joy. And even if we go to see something that was bad, the enjoyment we get afterwards, just laughing about how bad it was, is great. What did we go to see? We went to see My Fair Lady in central London. My God, that shit was arse. And it was about 3 hours. I'll never forget, Lauren, the way the play ended, it had like 3 endings, and Lauren kept going, okay, now it's time to go. And then she'll start singing again. Yeah, so she was trapped for real. That's so peak. Damn. Let me see. Watch Downton Abbey again. Rewatch the MCU. Spend more time with home friends, so that's you guys. I don't know if you felt it, but whenever we link up, I just get a different type of energy. Endorphins, man. Yeah, it's them endorphins. It's different, man. I know you weren't able to make it, but even things like Jack and Jay's birthday recently in the last 2 weeks, it's just a different type of feeling that you get in comparison to other friends. For sure. Go to Henley Regatta. Go Ibiza with the lads. Go Brazil with the lads. Ibiza? Now? Yeah, we were just saying. Not now, like this second, but... No, like at this age. Well, we were just saying though, like, you'd be surprised, man. Like, I mean, I'm not in those crowds, but the more I hear from other people, no matter how old you are, you can actually find... I would even argue Ibiza's for the older people. Yeah, like I'm saying I'm going Magaluf. It is 100%. So people are... You can obviously find the younger people there, but like for the most part, they're going to be going there and their budget is different. You can go to certain parts of Ibiza and it'll be 30 plus and it'll be like calm. But obviously, depends if you're into it. I'm obviously not, but I wouldn't knock a man for saying I'm going to Ibiza and you're 30 plus. It is what it is. Yeah, Ibiza and them places. You know what? At the time that we went Magaluf and Ibiza, we should have really gone more places at that time. I know the reason why Human didn't go, but like ultimately for us, it was an experience. It was fun. We were young and dumb, but yeah. Like, so when you say you're going to Ibiza, I'm trying to think. What you're going there for? I'm going for a vibe. Yeah, and everyone's vibes can look different. Even the same as well. Like, go places. Like, I just saw. Well, it's more just get out. Like, there's a big world out there. I saw tickets to go Belgium, bro. It's like it's cheap. It's within range. Sorry, yeah, it's cheap. Yeah. And then the last one was Start Therapy. Okay. Yeah, I feel a lot of positive can come from it, and yeah. Who you getting? Black man, black woman. We'll see what's available. I don't know if I'm not pressed by the person that does the therapy for me has to also be black. You gotta go super opposite. You gotta go. You think like Aborigine? Wow, we're actually probably closer to them, man. Then you know what, they black, so I ain't even let me not even do that. But you get my point. I do. It depends. Like I think there's positives for both situations. Yeah, 100%. So it just depends what you're after. I don't feel like just because actually I don't know. Well, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it, but it's certainly something I want to do. So yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, so those are some of the things I want to get ticked off. And as you can see, all of them are fairly realistic things you can certainly do.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like, you guys have basically summed up a lot of the feelings I have. Like, I feel very happy with like things that I've like done at this point in my life, but also I don't want to like rest on my like laurels and just be like, oh, okay, I've done all this stuff now, I just chill. I kind of want to still experience life. Like, I've got a list of things I also want to do. Like, again, I want to travel a bit more. I actually want to learn how to swim, so I'm going to do that at some point soon. That'll be sick. Because I just want, you know what? It's getting to a point in life where I'm just like, why not? Because like, I understand people have like preconceived fears and like worries about the unknown. So, for example, our neighbors are really lovely. They're from Bangladesh, lovely couple, and like they were just talking about like how the wife was talking about how she just hates dogs, and I was like, I hear it, because I was like you, I grew up like you, like non-whites were just not around dogs growing up.
Yeah, it's true.
And I didn't really say it, but I really want to say to her, like, look, come and see Remy, just see what it's like. You will eventually know what his cues are, because ultimately it's all learned behaviors, and the way you learn to be scared of dogs is not because you were born with it, it's because you pick that up from your family or the people around you. And I'm saying all that to say, like, I don't want to live my life not feeling like I can go out and just learn something new, like at 30, hence why I want to swim. But yeah, no, I'm grateful, I'm happy, like my family's healthy, touch wood, like everybody, like our friendship group, everyone's doing well, everyone's in like good health, and like I just feel like it's got to celebrate life. When people ask me about how I feel about it, I've noticed I'm like initially constantly negative, and I don't know if it's like an English thing or like a turning 30 thing, but I think from this conversation moving forward, I'm just going to be positive about it, because ultimately a lot of people don't live to 25, let alone 30. And like you only have one life, not to be cliche, but it's the truth. So you gotta be positive, you gotta celebrate it. I'm really glad that we actually are doing something, Eman, because initially I was a bit like, oh, I don't know, like I kind of want to just do like, you know, bury my head in the sand and not like address it. But at the end of the day, like it's a celebration, you know. So I think as a whole, I feel optimistic about the future. I want to do loads of new things. I don't want to stop like living life and feel like I know everything, because I don't, you know. So yeah, it's just, you know, to the future, innit? Let's see where we are in the next 30 years.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure, man. But yeah, for sure. Just because the UK, bruv, yeah, man, yeah.
I hear it still.
You know what I mean?
you don't have to say any more than that. We already know,
That's
dude.
it. You have to make your own enjoyment.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because if I go Hong Kong and I see like Hong Kong has a completely different vibe, a completely different life, or even if I go to China in itself, and I see like the life out there is, I mean, well, China is a bit different just because of the cultural aspects and how things are set, but
yeah, Hong Kong will be calm.
Yeah,
that's
I'm interested in Hong Kong though, because they gave it back, so I don't know what it's like around there.
It's basically UK colony, basic. Well,
it's still the UK based. Yeah,
you land there. Yeah, everything will be in English and obviously Cantonese and Mandarin to some extent. But it's like it would be very calm. Whereas when you step into mainland China, that's where you'll feel the. I mean, I've not been there before, but whatever Sophie tells me and Vincent, it's like you feel that very much. It's like almost two different countries.
Wow.
To an extent. Well, it really is like that.
Yeah.
Because obviously they were beefing recently and still are. But
yeah, because that's the impression I had. I thought China was trying to crush it on Hong Kong.
I think they want it back, so they want to claim it back as. I don't really know how it works, but I think the idea is they want to actually formalize them being a part of China again, and Hong Kong are obviously rebelling against that.
Okay.
Because it comes with a whole bunch of stuff that they don't agree with.
It takes time, and what they're trying to do is cut time.
Yeah. Okay.
So like that's where the divide is, and then also during the pandemic as well, it kind of like worked in the favor of China. But that's something that's more political. That I don't have much information on, just only surface level stuff. But
for sure,
Hong Kong, man, I am gonna go Hong Kong. And
so what are your plans? I'm curious to know what you're gonna get up to. What's your itinerary? If that's the word.
Itinerary.
We do want to go to Guangzhou, which is the Canton Fair, but that's in mainland China. So we have to get a visa for that. But we can get a visa like as soon as we land in Hong Kong. It's not an issue.
Yeah.
So I do want to experience a bit of China as well, but mainly in Hong Kong. Just enjoy the culture, go to different places.
Yeah.
Beach.
There's a beach.
Yeah, bro. It's hot right now.
Oh, mad.
Yeah, it's hot right now, and it's gonna be something that I'm really looking forward to. I don't know if I really want to go Disneyland.
Yeah.
There's a and is the Disneyland Hong Kong?
Yeah, Disneyland Hong Kong.
Mad.
So
How many Disneylands does China have?
I don't know about China, but I know there's Disneyland Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Yeah, I think that'll be it.
I thought there was one in Shanghai. Have I made that up?
There might be.
Could be.
Shanghai's a big city.
Yeah, Shanghai and China, like they're mad.
Japan has one separately.
Huh?
In Tokyo. I think it's in Tokyo. But we didn't go because we've been to one in Paris. So we're like,
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been to Disneyland Paris.
yeah, if you've been to one, it's almost like if I was to go to another one,
Yeah,
I'd
there's a
go to
Shanghai.
Disney World. The one in Florida. Is it in Florida? I think it is.
Yeah.
I'd go see
They've
that.
got
'cause that's
two in
massive.
it in the States.
Yeah, I think there's Land and World. So
Yeah,
World's-
yeah.
I'll check that out, but for the most part, I don't think it's worth going.
I didn't like Disneyland Paris. I thought it was shit.
Fair play. I thought it was alright, but I've never been to it before. It's my first time. So
Yeah, they had one decent ride. I wasn't impressed, but they gassed it for so long growing up. I thought it was going to be lit.
Yeah, that's the thing in it when it comes to those places.
And like I mean, there's so many other places, national parks that we want to go.
How
to.
long were you going to be there for?
8 days.
Okay, that's a decent
That's a good
time.
amount. of time.
However, I should have really gone with my instinct and paid for a layover flight. So like, rather than like having a transit of like 1 hour, have a transit for like 25 hours or 48 hours, because you can get a transit visa within wherever you land. So if you land in Beijing or Shanghai, you could stay there.
Okay, that's
It'll be
cool.
like, it'll be calm.
Oh, that would have made a bit more sense actually.
Yeah, it would have been lit
made your
because at
life
least
easier.
you could have gone to like different parts and different places and be like, yeah, man, I'm enjoying life. So,
So where are you going in China? Like which cities are you going to? there?
at the current moment, we'll probably be able to get the province. We'll be allocated the province of Guangdong or what? Yeah, Guangdong. Might be saying it wrong.
Correct us in the comments.
Please do. My apologies. But that province has Shenzhen, has Guangzhou. Those are the two cities that I really want to go to. But I really want to go to the Canton Fair at that time, mainly because they have, it's like 5 times of Lakeside, but with just like at the current.
Food?
No. It's like it's just a massive fair with like different businesses in China, and they're just showcasing themselves to the world. So that's where I really want to go and just explore, and then of course see the different parts of the city.
Okay.
Because like we're talking about like anime style cities, and then when you go to Hong Kong, it's very like it's still like 1980s, 1990s sort of development. But then when you go into these areas in China, because
like
China
crazy.
controls that place,
Yeah,
it's like anime style.
crazy.
Yeah, like 20 floors up is a whole town, bruv.
Whoa.
And then when you
crazy.
go down, it's like there's another place down there. It's mad.
The technology that they have is just in certain parts is just ridiculous.
They get busy
insane.
out there, man.
Oh, 100.
Oh yeah, I want to go to the technological center where like all the shops are just like technology based. Then I want to go to like the place where they just have like clothing center where it's just like all the shops, big massive shopping centers just full of clothes. Basically, it's just business to business, customer or business to business.
Yeah.
Almost like the Canton Fair, but the Canton Fair is specifically for internationals.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So that's where I really want to go.
Be exciting, man. I'm
Yeah,
excited
no,
for
that's
you.
a good trip.
Yeah,
That'll be lit. All right.
it'll be a hell amount of editing, but yeah.
What was it
Are you gonna blog or vlog or anything or nah? Not bothered. 50-50.
I know what I need to do for editing, so it's okay. So I might do it, but I'll do it like maybe in like 4 parts, and then like 20 minutes each. There's gonna be a hell amount of video, but it's just like whatever, man. It's just something to experience. My sister, she's gonna bring her own. She has like I don't know what it is, but it's a Nang camera.
Love that.
So that's gonna be cool as well.
Sick.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Enjoyment.
Exciting times, bro.
What time to be alive?
I know, man.
Got to brush up on your Cantonese and your Mandarin because you're seeing both.
Yeah, man.
Be lit.
How? Shishi.
Got to get busy out there, man.
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. What was I gonna say? All right. Next topic: the Chris Kaba situation. Yeah, it's messed up, man. I don't see what their plan was releasing that information.
It was purposeful, though, wasn't it?
They've
been sitting on it. I feel like
that was nasty work.
I'll be honest and say I am very much. Let me just say it's plain and simple. The police should not have the power to just gun down a man like that.
Yeah, 100%.
I want to say that very clear. I want to make that very, very clear, especially under the circumstances that it happened. And I feel like how it happened. If that's gonna be the case, then the man who's done it has to suffer some form of consequences, and it creates a precedent now that if it could happen to any of us. Now, obviously, I know the mitigating circumstances were a certain way, and the more I hear about what my man was up to, and even though we knew this already, if you know anything
but
about,
that didn't come as a surprise to anyone. Like,
no, I think seeing the video made it just look more like brazen and unruly, and obviously, the man is clearly living a life of crime, and for more often than not, if you want to live like John Wayne, you're gonna have to go out like John Wayne. Do you know what I mean? That's just the truth. So a part of me, and I know people have been disputing this, a part of my sympathy is capped. I'll be real. Because my man was clearly on stuff. So he can't be surprised. The family can't be surprised. Now, the way it happened, fair enough. That's just effed up. And I just feel like they put out the video at a very convenient time.
Yeah.
They could have put this out ages ago. They could have put this out when he eventually went to trial, you know? And and I would have been like, all right, cool, fair enough. But it happening after the fact, it just feels really like
it's not
deliberate. And then now the public of opinion, and almost me to an extent, until I had to check myself, was really like, oh, right, maybe, you know, my man is, you know, like he does, not that he deserves it, but oh shit, well, you know, if he's gonna move like that, why would they show him?
So for the people who might not understand, Chris Kaba was shot by the police.
Yeah.
And for all intents and purposes, it looked like for nothing.
Nah, so the video, well, he was being tracked in a car allegedly that was a part of another shooting. So they followed him. They tried to get him to stop, he didn't stop. So they barricaded him in. They showed the video on ITV, which was crazy to me. So you can see them barricading him in. All the armed police jump out the whip, ask him to stop. He doesn't stop, so he starts to reverse the car. Obviously, there's officers behind, so they're all scrambling.
Yeah.
Can't get out. Drives forward to get through another gap. Again, there's officers in front, so he's almost trying to run them over, basically. So you see them jumping on the car, trying to get out the way. They ask him to stop. He's not stopping. My man comes out. Bang, headshot. Neutralized.
Yeah.
The whole idea is that the police are saying the car could have been used as an instrument of death in that situation.
Okay.
I get it, because obviously it's like how many tons is a car? I don't know. It's a big car. It's like a Q3, I think he was driving. So Q8. So I hear it, but I'm also not hearing the fact that he's not going to be done in for it. And I'm also not hearing the fact that they put out both videos now. You know, I just feel like the timing is so insidious.
But what's the police supposed to do though?
Well, I don't know. People said, and I don't know much about ballistics or like tires, but allegedly, if you try to shoot out a tire, apparently there's no guarantee it won't ricochet or it will actually pop the thing. I thought them man have those spike strips where they can like lay them out like Need for Speed style and then take them out, you know. But I don't know. You're right. It is a question of what can they possibly do.
Yeah, I mean, now that I'm being presented with the facts, I'm almost like, it's a techie one. I don't think the police should ever go into any situation and take a life.
Unless my man is like gonna do a suicide bombing thing
Yeah,
where
yeah.
he's actively going to
Your
carry
job
out a
is
booting.
to diffuse situations as much as possible.
Yeah.
I feel like with the police, everyone's afraid of them as opposed to, oh, this is a friendly face who is gonna at least try to help me.
But at the end of the, I remember having a conversation with Essex police because they came to Lakeside, and they were doing like some form of a day where they were just like showcasing like what the police is like and whatever the case is. I think they were trying to recruit. I think that's what they were trying to do. And, my dad noticed that one of the guys had a cap, like basically like this cap.
Yeah.
And my dad, he's somewhat intrigued about police and so on and so forth. It's like, so what are you like a shooter? It's like, yeah, I am like part of armed police, and this is what we have to do. We have to train, and like it's not easy for anybody to just come and like be an armed police officer. And if we don't go out to be an armed police officer. We don't go out armed for any random reason. We have to go out for specific reasons. It's completely different to the City of London because the City of London itself is its own state, and they just walk around with armed police anyways. But when it comes to armed police in general, it's either because there is a threat that is like a massive threat to the public or a massive threat to themselves in terms of just whatever operation they're executing. So in this case, at first it seemed like Chris Kaba was just having a normal day, then he just got stopped by armed police.
Yeah.
However, now we have the information where it's presented where he was in a situation where there was a gun involved. And then also with the car, they now link a car to the shooting or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
So now they put in the whole thing together, and it's like, at this point, like the shooter understands that I have to make sure that everybody is safe and the situation is neutralized. Now, if I can shoot someone to make sure that they're alive, that's fine.
But headshot?
But if I feel like the person's reaching for something, if anything is happening, it's not a case of, oh, maybe I should have. It's a case of, at that current moment in time,
Yeah, you man are trained.
So they're very well trained and they know exactly what they're doing. And all I can say from that perspective, I could see why the result of Chris Kaba being killed at that time happened. I could see why that could happen from the perspective of the shooter. Now, we never knew the situation, and I'm not going to be an armed police, and I can't really give that perspective, but I can understand why that had happened.
I think now that you said that, you raised a really good point. My stance.
However, it's sad. That's all I know. It's sad, and that's that. It
sounds like they've done everything they could as right as possible, but I still feel in any situation where someone is involved with the police, they deserve and they should leave that situation with their life, unless, as you said, it's like and even in those scenarios where if they are a suicide bomber, you want them to be brought to justice. That's actually your aim, so that they can be tried accordingly by their peers.
Yeah, but in that situation, they ain't got time for that.
You gotta get rid of man.
Yeah,
I hear
it's either the life of 10 people or his life.
I know what you're saying,
and in this
but these guys are supposed to be. I would imagine they're the best of the best, and they want to go home to their families as well. So
the shooters are the best of the best. This is other police officers. I was speaking to one police officer the other day. And I'm like, "How did you get recruited?" I'm like, "Your frame. I'm sorry, but
I ain't milk for this."
You're for sure, respectfully, but when it comes to the shooters, they are not there to play any games whatsoever.
I hear it,
and like the level of anxiousness is at all-time high. So they're not there to play any games when it comes to any danger.
In that specific, in their role, if this is armed police, I'm imagining you should be the best of the best that the Met has to offer. They're saying. Little Billy Joe who's just a beat cop and is trying to stop my man from selling drugs. This is a serious situation. I would think you would have the necessary tools to stop that person and protect yourself with everyone leaving with their life. That's where now that I've been presented the information, I actually can't fault them that this is the end result. I don't know, maybe that makes me a coon, but
Go on.
I feel like
It's funny.
No, but that's what the internet does. Like, but it's the era that we're in. You're either red or blue. There's no nuance anymore. And I think in this situation,
there's so much nuance. It sounds mad complex.
I think I can comfortably say, in my opinion, that two things can be true. Like, I only have two really big grievances: is the timing of the evidence of both videos and the way he was shot. I think that you can shoot a man in the arm, you can shoot a man.
But that's my point. As in,
you don't have to
you're the best of the best. You should be able to make that shot and it not be life threatening. A headshot is only to kill.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
to me that's crazy.
That's an execution.
Yeah,
he should be brought in. If you're telling me he did a shooting the previous day and this is a dangerous individual, let's not kill him. Let's bring him in so that he can be charged and well, he can have a fair trial and be charged by his peers, as opposed to headshot. That's it. There's no coming back from that. But that's my gripe.
Yeah, but the worst thing about that is what I understand is the fact that if he's a dangerous individual, you don't know what he has, you don't know anything about him.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that this guy is trying to cause harm.
I'm with you, by the way. Like,
it's like,
I know what you're saying. I'm 100% with you.
That's the part that I think today, emotionally, I can understand why people will be like F the police, especially because police have done egregious things.
Yeah, of course.
But in this case, when I look at it from the perspective of the shooter, it's like, sorry. So that's why he got let off. But however, there's 10 bags on his head, and
I don't believe that.
Apparently, no.
I'm not buying that.
I believe
They're saying there's 10 bags on the shooter's head.
Especially because Keir Starmer allowed all these men out.
Oh my god, we need to talk about that.
Who was that rapper he let free?
Asker.
That's insane.
Lord Voldemort.
And what's his name? What's this guy's name everyone's scared of?
Let's just call him Lord Voldemort.
The guy from East London. Let us not mention his name still. But yeah.
That was an interesting decision by
him. And what was crazy? What's crazy about the whole situation is that I remember back in the day, like maybe 6-7 years ago, just before the pandemic, I was in a barbershop and this guy was talking about, Beckton man are just different. Beckton man are different. Shouts Levi, but he's like, Beckton man are different. And then this guy's from Beckton.
Yeah, he's from Beckton, man.
Oh,
Beckton's peak.
It's peak right now, and
it's funny because if you ever been to Beckton, it looks lovely.
Word?
Looks like Chafford 100.
Yeah. But it's just got
bootings.
Alright, so let's
Chafford with bootings, basically.
Chafford with booting. Beckistan is crazy.
It was Beckistan.
Them men are causing trouble. I see.
Hey, listen. Someone said it was like when the Joker let out all the Arkham Asylum escapees and just let them all out, the patients out. It's crazy.
My man's pressing the button at the hospital and it ain't going off.
Everyone's running out. That's crazy.
Okay, you're a madman for that one. Yeah. I get it. They're caught between a rock and a hard place. Prisons are overfilled. But I don't know if you know who you've let back onto the street. Some of these man was celebrating. I saw my man in a rave. I've never been in a rave.
Yeah.
From the cell to the rave is a crazy journey.
Not knowing Snapchat was even a thing, and then seeing your face on there, it's just crazy.
That's why I keep saying, man. Cocaine
and hoes. Is that what
that's
cocaine is out. Cocaine is now going to be available on every street and every corner.
In the pharmacies.
You used to say it wasn't available in the first place.
Listen, I know a few.
No,
people.
now it's going to be readily available, bro.
That's readily available.
Cocaine and hoes. I'm telling you, bro.
Man thinks we're in Snowfall.
I built this shit. Me.
Brick by brick.
And I'd be damned if I let another.
Listen, do you know what? Respect to that show. I've just gone down I've gone down a bit of a rabbit hole. I never finished it, but I could appreciate it. But some of the acting in that show was incredible. My man, Jerome. I didn't know that. Teach your man how to squabble.
Teach your man how to squabble.
Slap your daddy.
Slap your daddy.
That show was elite.
And then he walked into the room and there's gay porno.
It's supposed to be titties.
Where the bitch is it?
Yeah, he was flabbergasted.
He was acting his ass off.
Yeah, for real. And if you hear what he actually sounds like, insane.
He's from Harlem.
Absolutely.
Is he?
Yeah, he's from Harlem.
It's crazy.
But ultimately, the point I'm trying to make is that,
Yeah.
like when I say cocaine and hoes, is that right now we're in a time and a place where the cost of living is all time high. People who are supposed to be serving time are now out on the streets. Some of them, they've done their time, they've done their reflecting, they need to be out. Some of them, the most of them, they just really need to be inside.
They've just got a massive
for a
W.
specific reason, because I mean they're inside. So now all this is a combination. I just feel like there's gonna be people who are gonna depend more on class A, class B drugs because it's accessible, and because of the time that we're in, a lot of people are now mentally down. 2, women are gonna probably turn around and start soliciting themselves, or they're gonna have pimps. Nah,
It's happening already, bro. OnlyFans.
Yeah, but so he's
but
saying
this time it's just gonna be.
But how are you gonna do that if you can get more money for it online? If anything,
Yeah, but some
And
it's cocaine and OnlyFans.
What's it?
Cocaine and
Did you
OnlyFans.
see the clip with Castillo? And there was that one girl. She said, "Oh yeah, I've been doing OnlyFans for 2 years."
And he said, "Why not rich yet?" I was like,
Yeah, and I only got like 150 people. I was like, "Yeah, you need to put your clothes back on." Like, on
That's
level.
crazy.
So I think some
Castillo's
people are just gonna be in the
different,
street, man. I think it's a real interesting time.
it is.
Have to
It
wait and
is.
see, man. 'Cause I will not be there to see it. I'm gonna be at home.
Not involved.
Oh God.
Yeah.
SZA and Kendrick interview. You said he's getting a bit of backlash for it. What one?
Oh, it's a little bit of backlash. Obviously, he's the man at the moment. So,
Deservedly so.
sorry.
Deservedly so.
Yeah, 100%. But I think the idea is that so obviously the publication on the interview and the interviewer gave SZA the chance to interview Kendrick.
Yeah.
So there were basically 3 people in the room. SZA's asking Kendrick questions, and at times vice versa. So I read the interview. Seemed okay. There was some interesting tidbits, but the thing that's getting the most backlash is SZA asked Kendrick, "What does not like us mean?" And Kendrick went on to explain that not like us means that his POV is that he is a man. If you rock with not like us, it means you are someone with integrity. You're someone who stands on business. You're not like a hype beast. You own up to your mistakes. You're man enough to turn around and be truthful, be authentic. Basically, a whole load of waffle about what the song is.
Is he trying to move away from the PDF file stuff?
He's just not. Yeah, he didn't address the question. So people are not happy about that. People are saying stand on business, say what it meant. That you called Drake a PDF, and that's that. But obviously Kendrick's POV on it and the way he explained it was he's basically talking about how he is him, and how Drake is not him. So he's talking about everything that Drake isn't, essentially.
Yeah.
Which is what I got from it, which kind of makes sense. But ultimately, people were like,
They wanted him to say it black and white.
And to be honest with you, I kind of hear it. Like, it's one thing, and I know obviously Kendrick just talks that way in general. So that's kind of just the way my man articulates himself. He does that throughout the whole interview. So I'm not surprised. But in the same breath,
I could see how he could make that point.
no,
It does fit if you read between the lines.
It fits the narrative,
Yeah,
but I'm
obviously.
not rocking with it.
If you're just reading the lines, say it how
just say it. Yeah, just say it because you said it on record.
Say how
to say
it
it
is.
in an interview. But I don't know. It's quite
Did
funny.
a video for it as well. Like I can see
You did
what
it
he
for
was
4K.
trying to do. That there's no way.
Be up the pinata.
Come on, bro. We was there.
Yeah, man.
So I'm not rocking with it. I hear what he's gone for.
Had the community there as well.
Is that again?
Had the community there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So we all know what the song is about. I think that's a odd. I think because you can see what he's saying, it makes it less egregious. But I just don't want to be taken for a dunce. Do you know what I mean? I've heard the lyrics. I've seen the video. Bro, come on. Just say what the song is about. But I think he's trying to distance himself now from, maybe not, but possibly from the PDF file angle. Because they're all starting to see maybe how mad that is.
Yeah, it is mad. It is mad. It's entertainment.
100%.
So obviously everybody should take all this stuff with a pinch of salt regardless. But I do appreciate that when you get to that point where you make that accusation, it becomes a thing, innit?
Yeah, you can't double back
let's
down
be
on
honest. So, yeah, I kind of would like him to just kind of just be Kendrick Lamar. Like, I like the whole Boogeyman stuff is fun and it's entertaining, but the man makes good music and I just want to hear good music still. So I think I understand maybe that could be the reason why. Like, he just wants to, like, you know, I don't really want to talk about it. But we say all this, and then in February we're going to be hearing, you know, hey Drake,
I hear you like him. Yeah, I'd be surprised. That what's it? NDA or subpoena, whatever they've sent it over.
Do you think he's going to say it?
He's going to perform the song. 100% he performs the song.
But which part of the song is he going to perform? That's the real question, isn't it?
He'll probably do the hook.
All of us was in chains, homie. He'll probably say that.
I hate that verse. I really don't like it.
Moore went on this podcast and there's a clip going around where
Yelling, innit?
there's a clip going around where he's talking about the one bar that I actually said that I hated. Do you remember? I said, what does OVO stand for?
The other vaginal option.
Pussy. And everyone was killing him for it, obviously because Moore, and he's like the OVO gobbler, gobbler, everyone says. But I'm like, he's right.
Yeah. that is an egregious bar.
There's a lot of shit bars in the whole beef in general. Drake has a few as well, but that bar really annoys me. I don't know why. I just
What's Drake's
we
one?
let him get away with that one.
Actually, Drake said a lot of foul shit. That Heart Part 6 can,
yeah, that whole thing should just be thrown in the bin.
You gotta be smart, be sharp, D major.
Oh, go to hell.
They killed him.
And you know what the worst part about that whole song is he uses a sample, then he doesn't really use it.
No, it becomes all like, you know, darkened. That dark beat that he loves to use. I do really like one of my favorite bars. I know we talk about the beef all the time, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
It's the biggest thing to happen this year.
I just love Kendrick just opened his mouth. That's get me right now. Do you know how petty that is? I just love that. That's so great. That's one of his best bars in the whole beat.
Where's your uncle at? Because I would have talked
to the man of the house.
That's insane.
Listen, hey, Family Matters. You know what? Family Matters and push-ups. Drake did his thing, man.
He really did.
I'm gonna hold my hands up. And I hear you, Eman, about the sample. If the sample was cleared, it would have been even more boisterous.
Oh, yeah.
So I hear you from a music perspective, but I think bar-wise, I think he got his stuff off.
Yeah.
The part 6 was a definite.
It was such a disappointment.
100%. But I listened back to the songs last week, and I was like, you know what? Drake could probably walk away from this feeling like he did what he had to do.
Yeah.
Maybe he just needs to be a bit more focused because he was beefing the hella man.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit here and act like I didn't enjoy the songs now.
Even if, like, someone said as a point, even if No Face was the response to Not Like Us, it wouldn't have got the job done, but it would have actually served a far greater purpose than the Heart Part 6. The Heart Part 6 was just waffle. And similar lines on there are unforgivable. Like that D major line, I couldn't believe it.
No. Drake was really doing his thing, yeah, when he said, "We get it, we got it. The blacker the berry, the
sweeter the juice."
You know, you feel like we know you think you bishop in juice. We know you like to put gin in your juice. When you put your hands on your girl,
is that self-defense? Cause she's bigger than you.
That's it's amazing. Like he really did rap, and he really did good. He did a great job. But what made it worse is the fact that we hear Meet the Grahams. It's just like, wow.
Yeah, true.
Singing,
great moment.
You hired a crisis management team to cover up the fact that you beat on the queen. You did. Yo, Drake, you are him. I'm sorry. That's incredible. Like, we can all.
He thought we got the job done still.
But 9 times out of 10, that's insane. Melodically saying you hire a crisis management team to cover up the fact that you beat on the queen. You did.
But you know what? I'm happy that it stopped right there because there are things that you could. You know what? We're talking about bars. You know what? Drake did
incredible,
he did
man.
a great job.
Incredible. Nah.
You did.
What he said. Gas up because you hit my BM first and then you do the maths. You think I was him first?
Yeah, he cooked.
And then he used the nickname he gave his girl.
Spring. Yeah, that's crazy.
Next time you cuddle up in the bed.
A$AP Rocky's gonna shoot him.
Oh, have to.
If he sees him,
but the thing is, wasn't A$AP Rocky doing a thing with
So if you
Rihanna
know
before. Well, yeah, wasn't he doing the thing with Rihanna before Drake?
No. I think
They
Drake
would-
had that. I think Drake just pipped into the post.
You're right. So it was So Drake and Rihanna very briefly at very early.
What's my name?
Yeah, then that buzzed out very quickly. Then I think during Rocky's
Fashion
first
Girl.
album, whenever that was, 2013,
Yeah, but that was a real situation. Okay.
and that was seemed a bit more active. I agree, but yeah, Demi's right. I think for the most part, I
Yeah.
think Drake was there.
Listen, the second half
There
of
first.
Family Matters is some of the greatest rapping I've ever heard. Just in terms of pure rap performance, because he's been trying to float on a drill beat for a long time, and he did it. What's the time to do it as well? Listen, I will always feel bad for him because as it has been said, 9 times out of 10, Family Matters gets the job done. But it's just
I do think we look at. I'm gonna sound like a hater. I do think we look at it differently. If not, like us don't come out. You know.
So you think if it's just Meet the Grahams and Family Matters, yeah.
I think so. I know people don't want to admit it, and I think Meet the Graham was a very comprehensive and thorough breakdown of
Meet
the
the
man.
Grahams has absolutely no replay value.
But I don't have any. I have no desire to listen to that
ever again.
Which I don't mind saying because
Yeah,
the moment
yeah,
was
it's
so
not-
the moment was sensational, and the song was really well put together, but it just doesn't have that level of replay value like you say,
No, it doesn't,
and
no.
same impact. Like you hear Not Like Us and the impact's there, bro. It's just impact. Like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is one of the most impactful records it is the most impactful record of the year. So I think the impact of Family Matters was really good, and it just didn't have enough time to
Yeah,
breathe.
didn't have enough time to
Which was
breathe.
rightfully so. I think Kendrick.
that's the art of war, innit?
Yeah, man, 100%.
And it was there for the taking. I don't know how invested Drake was in this because I would have replied to Not Like Us, or I would have replied to Meet the Grahams that night. I don't even care if what I put out was dog water,
Just get ahead of it.
just to get ahead of it,
Yeah.
to snipe it. But listen,
It is what it
it
is.
is what it is. Great episode, guys.
Yes. Episode 264.
264. Oh, 264, you're right.
262.
No, 264.
264.
Was it
Sorry,
262?
yeah, because I edited 262.
Bro.
On God.
What's it? The song
God,
that I
buddy,
want to put
double
on is
wage.
Annoyed by Italian Creator.
Paranoid.
Oh, man, I was a bit gutted by that, you know. I didn't love it.
How come?
I don't know, man.
You didn't like the Zambians?
Maybe. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry to the Zambians.
I
Is
loved
that my boy Mumbats? Mumbats, if that's you, I'm sorry.
I liked it. I mean,
Shout out to the Zambian
see,
women.
Good chairs.
Well built.
Yeah.
say less.
I mean,
I know
well,
that
to be
shit's
fair,
stony.
East African is just.
Is Zambia East Africa?
It's under Tanzania.
Oh, well, yeah. Then it's not Mumbats then. That's gonna annoy me. Where's Mumbats from?
I would say Zambia, dude.
Is he Zambian?
Yeah.
Oh well.
There you have it.
Nah.
There you have
Every
it.
time, last time I called him,
was
my man was
incensed.
going through it.
It was
I leave him alone.
incensed.
That was a great clip, by the
Oh,
way.
do you know what my pick is actually? Randomly, Tory Lanez. Lord knows he's running his.
But they're really
Spotify.
getting that shit clean.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't sound like he's in prison.
Well, the song that they put out was a song from 2016.
Oh, okay.
It's a song called Real Addresses.
Yeah.
Both of you probably heard it before. So he put it out. I think it was just on YouTube or just on like SoundCloud or something like that.
Yeah.
And it goes off. And they released it last week or on Friday on Spotify. And I was listening to it. I was like, this is one of my favorite Tory Lanez songs. Like, how come it wasn't on Spotify in the first place?
Yeah.
It really goes off, man.
What's it called?
Great song. Real Addresses. It says 2016 version in there. When you hear it,
I see.
You know what it is. I don't know if it was called something else or called
He's
Trash
just
House or
dropped a
something.
project which came out. Oh, they're really dropping old music. So this came
Fair.
out 1st of October
Yeah.
2014.
Great track.
Apparently dropped something called Lost Cause.
Okay.
But yeah, they're definitely trying to keep his pockets full.
I do like his music, man. Like I'm
Yeah, we lost a real one there.
critical of him at times, but I think if you look at his career in totality, he's made some really good music.
Yeah. I think he's got the perfect level of career, if that makes sense. Like, it'd be what you'd want to be in terms of success. Like it wouldn't seem too much in terms of the fame. This is before he and he was a smart brother as well, because when he did Quarantine Radio, he was up. It's a shame about how that went down.
Quarantine.
My choice is Last Night in Kingston. Conan, you might be one of the best we've ever produced. That was an incredible rap performance. The beat selection, the bars, but you always know them man are gonna come with bars. I think my preference for Conan is always stemmed from the fact that Crep will do too much, but
Robert, as he walked off with his belongings.
You would have thought it was from Naj, the way he was screaming out, you robber, as he ran off with his belongings. You don't want to come around and make his bro panic.
It's come like some Dr. Seuss bars, bro.
Yeah, he's got one of them. But no, Conan, this was an incredible performance. And shouts out to Crept as well. I don't want to take it. He had a really good daily dappy with Chip. Okay. So yeah. Shouts outs indeed.
Okay, episode 264. Throw some more.